Hi, I'm Ayman. Welcome back to another video in the series of raising our backyard chickens from the hatchery to henhood. And in my last video, we got our chicks to hang out with our cats. And in that video, I mentioned that we were working on our coop. And before the update video, we actually did another update video actually showcasing the coop. So now, the coop is actually almost finished. So we want to show you some progress on on what we've done, because very soon, the chicks are actually going to move into the coop. Before we get started, I just want to mention, right above here is supposed to be Bella. Maybe you'll hear her bells ringing as we're doing the video, but she is up there, and soon she's going to be able to safeguard the chickens, against any predators that might come by. But anyway, getting to what we've done, in our update video, we only had this tiny 1/4 inch wide, I think 16 gauge mesh on the backside on these doors. But now what we've done is we've added this inch wide gap, let me get the 16 gauge mesh as well. So we have double mesh screens on all the doors and all of the openings to protect the chicks against any predators like raccoons or foxes. Maybe not foxes, we haven't seen them in like years, but just in case. In order for it to have some additional protection, we've also added locks on all the doors. The first one you'll notice is these ones right here. They just slide up and down, and these are basic locks. And we also have some down here. Now, my mom might find it said she might find it inconvenient to have to bend down and have to keep unlocking locking the locks. And unfortunately, that's something we have to deal with, because if we don't put a lock on the bottom, when the wood starts drying out and starts warping, the locks have to keep the wood in place so that it doesn't deform. We also have additional security with these locks right here. These locks are going on the front of the door, and what happens is you take this latch, you put it over this hole, and then you take carabiners, I think that's the word, or carabines, and then you put them on. And then you screw it on. Now, this is probably the ultimate form of protection, because there's probably no way that raccoons are going to be able to unscrew this. Now then, let's get to this side of it. Alright, so we have the same setup right here. This one's just a larger door. And if we look inside, see that the inside looks a bit outdated. We have a few things that we're going to work on the inside. Let me just get in there. Now, this bar right here is actually going to be for a future video, which if you can already tell what it is, then you should go check out that video. But right now it's movable and adjustable, and maybe this chain right here will give you a hint on what it's going to be used for. But that's for another video. Now over here we have our nesting compartment, but we're actually going to talk about this in the next segment. And above here, you can see we found out a solution on how to prevent rain or any wire from getting into the coop. That's to put these planks of wood on the seams of between the planks, and to fill it in with caulk. I think you can see, especially here, that I filled it in with some kind of sealing to prevent any water from getting in. And you can actually see the caulk better here, this white stuff. And I guess while we're here, we should also mention that there's this sliding door here. This sliding door, currently we don't have any ways to restrict its movement, but right now you can see that it's supposed to slide left and right. What this sliding door is supposed to lead to is supposed to lead to the rut. And the rut is for a separate video, but it's going to be in this general area. So right now, my concern about the sliding door is that the chickens are probably going to be smart enough to move it. So that's why in a future video, we're probably going to show you how exactly we secure it. It's probably going to be with a carabiner, but you know, sliding doors isn't really that much of a problem. Now we get to the best part of the video, because I gotta tell you, when I saw this, I thought my dad was a genius. Now, if you didn't know, my dad designed and built pretty much all the parts of this coop. So if you come over on this side, you can see, I guess the first thing we should do, is I should tell you what we had before. Now, in my previous update video on the coop, I said that my mom didn't really like the design of the lid, because not only was it too heavy, but it didn't stay up. But my mom is a consumer, and to her, the lid is a bit too heavy. So the plan is to sort of either split this into 2 lids so that you can, so it's not too heavy, or I guess that's the only plan that we have right now. And another thing that we need to make sure is that it stays up, because right now you can see that the lid doesn't stay up. So we're probably going to have to put some string here that keeps it up, or we're going to put some kind of latch. And my dad actually figured out a way to solve that, and he solved both problems. So first off, let me just show you the lid opening. And also, oh wait, okay, there we go. There we go. As you can see, the lid stays up, but not only that, it's not heavy. You guys can't see that, but I can feel that. Another thing, we added these locks here to prevent it from being able to be opened by raccoons, in case they find out some way to open lids. But you know, wildlife creatures are very imaginative and very creative, and we also have these carabiners to secure these latches. Now, let me talking more about the ingenious design of the lid. You can see over here that right now it came up as both sides coming up, and this is important because my mom wanted to be able to lift one side of it at a time. So in order to compromise for both lifting up the entire lid in order to get to all the eggs, and also my mom's desire to only have to lift up one at a time, he actually made it so that you can lift this section by itself. And the way we have this done is, if I lift this back up, you'll see that there's a block of wood here that's keeping this, that basically brings this part of the lid up when this part of the lid comes up. And I said that's part of the reason that we did this was part of personal preference, but it's also important because we need to make sure that the roof of this lid is kept watertight in case the water ever comes down here. And as you can see, we already have some caulk on this part of the roof to ensure that water doesn't get into the nursery. Or the nesting area, I should say. Well, with that, we're done with, we can't really update you on the run because we haven't really done anything. I guess I should say that when you lift this lid up, you're able to actually access the sliding door in order to move it around, and possibly in the future lock it and unlock it for the chickens. And I guess that brings us to the end of the video. So just recap of all the changes we've done. We've added locks, we've added the wire mesh, and we've also updated the lid to accommodate both my mom and my dad's needs for the chickens. And I guess now we should put some of this Flock Party flakes inside the coop, because very soon, actually, overnight temperatures, according to my mom, they're going to be around 70 degrees, so it should be alright for our chickens. And not only that, our chicks are huge, which means they probably need to go into coop as soon as possible. So let's get some flakes inside here. Alright. Should I just rip open the bag? Yeah. The entire thing? Ah, okay. Oh. Yeah, it's kind of caked up, so you're gonna have to grab some of it out and then spread it around just like this so that it doesn't clump up. Or you can use a pitchfork. You know, it's up to you. Alright, so I'm gonna let my dad spread around the flakes, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another video on actually introducing the chicks to the coop. And if you're wondering what my part in the process of all this coop building is my dad's assigned me to figure out a way to get all these chickens the places where they need to go, like, you know, building a stairs for them to get to the nesting area. So I'm working on that while my dad is building the coop. But for now, I'm going to go get a zombie for the next video, and I'm Ayman, and thanks for watching. Please like or comment, subscribe, look at videos on I and Ayman, especially the videos on our chickens, raising them from hatchery to henhood. And what the? Okay, so Bella got out of her den. That's not supposed to happen. We have to reinstall the locks, but she is very smart. So like I said, wildlife, and even domestic cats like Bella, they're very smart and they can take advantage of locks that are not secured as well. So that's why we have to make sure it's important that our locks are pretty much airtight for our chickens. So if you don't know about Bella's backyard den, this is it. We have this lock here we had this lock here initially to protect her from getting out, but it turns out she used her intelligence to somehow shake this out of the lock, and she broke out of it. So then we knew that we had to reinstall the locks. So we installed these ones down here, and somehow she got out of them. Now, the thing is, my dad doesn't know if he actually locked this, because when I got up here, I saw that this one was up like this, so Bella could have just easily just pushed it out. So, as for that, it's either that my dad forgot, or Bella's just insanely smart. And, you know, neither one is less likely than the other. But anyway, I'm Maimon, that's Bella, and thanks for watching. Signing out. Cheap.